Okay guys, if you're new to my channel, this is my budget Overland rig. I've got a four-wheel pop-up camper on a 2008 F350 truck with a 5.4 V8 four-wheel drive. It's about 33-inch tires or so on it. This is my, if you noticed from my last video, this is the power system I was putting together using laptop batteries, salvaged laptop batteries, and I've got a solar controller, solar charger here. I rearranged it according to one of my viewers, and he was 100% correct about I should start with running the batteries parallel. I was running in a series, and I should start with parallel and then combine them in a series. I'd had it the other way around. I was doing everything in a series and then combining the parallels. So now I have 4 parallel rows of 3.7 volts, and then they're tied together down here in a series. And then I have 30 amp breakers, one for the solar panels and one for the battery itself. This is not the final version of it, and I'm also wiring in a balance charger. I'm not going to go with the BMS yet. This little hobby charger right here can actually balance these batteries. I'm not really going to go that route. I'll probably go with the hobby charger and charge them and balance them while I'm charging them. And so that's my plan for right now. Like I said, this is a budget build. This is one of the reasons I'm going that way. I'm hoping that's going to amount to about 100 amp hours. So we'll see. They're used batteries, so who knows. Second on the list, I know I told you guys I was going to probably try to do this without windows, and at least for the time being and everything, but I second thought that because there's only one exit, and usually in a camper you want at least 2 exits for safety reasons. So this window is part of the original camper, has a exit for this window right here. The whole window pops out, so if I need a second way to get out of the camper, suppose that door's locked or something goes bad, or electrical or whatever, I have 2 ways to get out of the camper. So that's my thought behind that. I'm gonna repaint that, and I've been drilling holes to mark out where it's gonna go. I'm gonna follow the lines, cut that panel out, and put it back in. I've got the butyl tape sealant, and that's the project for today. I'm gonna get the power panel wired up in here. So making progress. Got to get this thing ready to use, man. I'm gonna try to get as much done as I can. Oh yeah, I need to cut the hole for the air conditioner too, because we're gonna have that to run. I'm just gonna get the basics done, and we're gonna try it out and see if we like it or not. And if we like it, I'll progress and fine tune everything and make it just right. I suspect I'm probably gonna have some minor leaks in the roof up there, so I'll discover that after I get the big stuff done here. I'll tackle that after I get the big stuff done. Unfortunately, I had to take that bottom trim off, and I'm going to have to doctor that up a little bit because it interfered with the bottom of the window. So I'm going to figure out what to do about that. But the window's in. I think it's better for it. I'm glad I put it back in. Maybe need to tint it. I'm gonna finish my wiring up and at least get some lights going in here. Alright. What if I need a buck converter? 16.5 volts. Might be a little more than it needs. So I'm using this little hobby cell meter to balance my parallel packs, and it's doing a pretty good job. Guess it goes through each cell and distributes the power or cuts them down. Once I get them balanced, I am going to go ahead and hook my solar panel up. I just need a negative connection and a positive lead right here. No, yeah, positive lead right there. And then I can try to charge by the solar panel. So everything seems to be working pretty well right now. Of course, I got to clean this wiring up. This is just to see if it's going to work right now. It's doing a good job balancing. So I have my my hobby charger, but I think I might have messed it up the other day. I think I hooked the cell in backwards when I was charging, because some smoke came out of it. It still works and it lights up and it seems to be charging, but I don't trust it now. It's probably like a diode or something when I hooked the cell up backwards and it protected it and fried the diode. Found this in the junkyard. I don't know what I'm doing with this. It's a Volkswagen diesel. I think it's out of a 2006. It was in a bad wreck. Got it really cheap. And I was going to experiment with it, just kind of play around with it, but I think it might be too far gone. It's cracked right there. And of course, the oil pan, and you can get those oil pans pretty cheap, but it took a good hit, and so did the pulley there. So that could have bent the crankshaft. Who knows? Anyway, it was cheap. I mean, I could resell the cam and followers and stuff like that probably for what I've got in the whole motor. Not to mention the injectors. And so I had an accident with my fridge. Didn't have it bolted in, and I moved the truck in the backyard. That's all I did is move it in the backyard, and it fell and busted. Also, I don't think this fridge is keeping cool. Like, I don't think the door sealing or something. It doesn't seem to work as well as my other refrigerators, and that's why I had this clamp on there to see if holding that door shut better would make it seal better. It gets like really cold up here and not so cold down here. You can see like 40 something degrees. I mean, I guess that's cold enough. I really would like it to be in like the 30s or so. I got it on level 4, so I guess it's okay. The pump is just a little, that's what I can do. Pump's just a little bit a little warm. Not too bad. I don't know what it's supposed to be running at, but I'm still going to use it, though. I just don't want it to constantly run and be drawing electricity. Right now I have it plugged in to 110 and running on 12 volt. I'll try that later. So here's a little meter for inside. I think it can hit it and lights up. Whoop, monitoring. I got 16.1 volts, and right now it's not having any draw because here's my main battery disconnect. And it should, as you can see, started drawing power now. But I guess it draws just sitting there at 0.1 amp for something. I don't know what. And that's about a little over half an amp. Really want to keep this thing pretty much 12 volt. I am going to have to wire in 110, but I'm going to do it really basic this time. I think I'm just going to go directly to a power strip and run this off a power strip, and then have the power strip available, because if I'm boondocking, I don't want to have to run off 110 at all. And if I need power for that, I'm going to hook it to my generator and run it directly, because it's really the only 110 power source I would need I'm gonna have a 12-volt TV. That's what I had in my last camper that I built, and charge my laptop by a 12-volt charger instead of using the 110. Just try to avoid all household current devices as possible, because this is really just a for weekends and camping like a week at a time. Just keep it basic. And then I'm going to build, a different camper. Oh, many of y'all asked about this and why. This is the door size, and in order to keep it as tall as possible, I can't go up anymore because it's pop top. And why I didn't stretch it down here, I would have had to extend the door and change all that out. And the plan is I'll probably make a larger door and have it fully, swing out, either like a barn door, or like this one is, but much larger. I'll do that, or I may use this as a shower area and have this so that when you step in here, it'll have like a teak deck or something like that you can remove, and then use that as the shower pan. So that would kind of explain some of that. I know it's like a hazard getting in and out, but for right now, I think it'll work for us. So this strange contraption, this is going to be convertible, the AC unit, because it won't be needed all the time. When not in use, it's going to be slid in like here. I'm going to have some foam that goes around it to seal it up so that you won't have that out there. But I'm going to make it so it can slide on tracks or rollers or something like that, and then slide out through a hole on the side. But normally it's going to be flush out here. And I'm going to have a hinged cover which will conceal this, and it'll only be slid out when in use, in parking and setup, so that it won't be a big ugly air conditioner, what do you call those, window shakers or something hanging out the side. Another idea I'm kicking around is having 2 solar panels mounted on the side. If I don't mount them on the roof, mount them on the side and have them so that they swing up. And that's just about the right size. Got this bare area right here where I can mount 2 solar panels and then have them, swing up. I think there's just enough room to mount 2. It would be barely enough room, but I think it would work. Or I could cover my air conditioner up. Yeah, that's another possibility, maybe.
Hey, thanks for watching my channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do for future updates. Remember, build it, don't buy it.